Hello everyone, Voices here, and today I will be presenting to you the best comms for patch 11.4. It's been only a day of ranked, but some comms are just emerging to be stronger than others. There are some surprises just due to the meta being so shifted, but in overall you're going to see some fun. Let me know down below comments if you have any questions or my Discord, but here we go. So, the strongest of them all, by a small margin, but I think it's just too strong right now, is Dragon Soul. There is so many ways to play this. You have so many different possible carries, in being Aesol, in being Shyvana, in being Olaf, even. Uh, that Yeah, once you get 6 Dragon Soul, 3 mages online, it's so strong. Like, you will win streak a lot, especially when you find the Orient Soul 2. That's a huge spike. So, the game plan here is just to stay at 3 Dragon Souls with Shyvana in the early game. Finding Shyvana 2 at 6 or 7. If you do hit at 6, that's kind of a high roll, but 7, you would counter roll a little bit to find Shyvana 2, and that's when you will be stable. With 2 to 4 Brawlers, Shyvana, and some Dragon Souls. Then you can go safely to 8 and go 6 Dragon Souls. Yes, you do need Orient Soul with GA in here in the front line. It's either here or here. Let me explain why. Because you want the Dragon Soul buff to be on your carries. If you do put them in the corners here, they will be targeted first by the enemies here. That is the reason. So, either here or on the other side. You have technically 2 carries in being Shyvana and Aesol, so that's why I put them both in a corner. Runeance is the best item on Shyvana. If you can get Deathblade, that's fantastic. But yeah, the core item for this comp is just GA, Orient Soul. Whatever items you can get on them is totally fine. Those are just the best slot. And then this with maybe, I don't know, another GA or QSS or anything like that. So great. Um, of course, since you're playing Safraner, Moyle Morgana is always fantastic. Um, yeah, this is just the best comp right now. Just play it. Slayers. So, there are different versions. I'm just gonna talk about the Olaf one here. Of course, there is so many different versions for the Samira. I'm not just gonna talk about it. All you need with Samira is Silver or Sharpshooter, a strong frontline. It can be 4 Vanguards, it can be Adapt, it can be whatever you hit, and Mystic, and you're basically good to go. This is just the Olaf version. Notice I didn't even put in a Chosen. So this is just whatever like you hit. Chosen would be fine. Vanguard is fantastic. Mystic is great. If you do hit Slayer, then you can add in another legendary instead of the Pike. And yeah, Olaf is back, guys. Just trust me. It's really strong. Those are the best items in slot. You can put RFC, but rather just having frontline with the GA. Deathblade and Renaissance is gonna do a ton of damage. He will heal with the free Slayer buff. Yeah, just very, very strong. I also would rather maybe have a Siphoner if possible. Here, if you do get the Chosen Slayer, Siphoner is really great on him to heal even more with the Slayer buff. And yeah, strong frontline, Olaf, Mystic is usually the way to go here. There is so many item orders that are working for Olaf and other carries that will later. Yeah, you can go duelist, you can go sharpshooters. There are so many. So anything I can go with 80 items in early game, go for it. Fable Vanguard Mystic. So, this is back. But there's one simple reason why this is back. It's because Slayer and Dragon Soul are having a hard matchup against it. So this counters the end mages that we mentioned. Uh, this is back in S tier just because it counters the other best comps. Okay. Um, Again, this is super strong. It's either Vanguard or Mystic Chosen. Really simple. Uh, as for items, I really like having at least one GA on the Nico, unless there is, an assassin or something. Orient Sword gets one shot. It's just safer. Uh, After that, it's just whatever you hit. It's just, of course, if you want maximum damage, this is the best. But you really don't have to. It's pretty flex. You can go Gunblade, you can go Giant Slayer, IE, Rabadons. Honestly, everything would fit here. Um, Something to be aware is that if you want to go for top 1, you need Nautilus 3 and Eco 3. So you need to scroll a little bit at 7 to find the Nautilus 3, and then at 8 to find the Nico. Really important. But otherwise, yeah, that's the comp. Just ton of CC, Nico does all the damage, Nautilus won't die. Basically buying all the time in a word for Nico to ult. Once you find the Zillion, it's another spike because your frontline we get G8 basically. So yeah, I think this is back to S tier. If you do get Vanguard or Mystic Chosen and you have those kind of items, definitely consider going from this. Xayah. So yeah, Xayah is still underrated. It's just a hidden carry that's honestly working really well, especially with Double Hand of Justice and GA. If you don't have Double Hand of Justice and you have a Ornn, Death Dance on her is disgusting. If you can hit that, of course. Those are just the core units, and after that, it's just whatever you can hit. Of course, the best would be other legendary units. So if you can have another Ornn, fantastic. Instead of the Maokai, maybe. If you want to have maybe Spirit and then a Mystic with the Zillion, that's great as well. It's really flexible. It's just those are the core units. You can go for maybe 4 Executioners, even though there's a better comp for that we'll present later. Yeah, if you do get a lot of Hand of Justice in the early game and you can potentially start with GA, this is super. Okay, so if you have a lot of Elderwoods already and you have those items, definitely go Xayah. It's definitely top 4. I don't know about top 1, but this is a great top 4 comp for sure. Okay, so we need to talk about this because it's totally underrated and I don't know why. But actually, this comp, if you do hit, especially any 3, it's disgusting. It's disgusting. Like, you only need 5 mages. Those are the units. That's it. After that, it's basically more frontline and legendary units, and you're done. Right? So, the early game is basically TF here, and the other brand for mages. You put Annie all on frontline with a tanky item. She will tank everything for you. It's super easy. The more frontline you have after you're getting your 5 mages, the better. You can go to 7 for the early game if you wanted to. But I would just have her have legendary units in the late game. So you can go for something that is maybe until level 8. Having different vanguards, of course, if you have maybe Braum and Nautilus or something. Because of 4 costs, you might not hit them. But then I do believe that going for other legendary units is just straight up better. You can go for Set, you can go for Ornn, Azir for soldiers. Honestly, anything you hit is fine. This is just core. And the idea is just to have great Orient Sword items and all your defensive items on any 3-star. you need to roll at 7 to get any 3-star because this is your win condition. With the shield and 5 to 7 mages, she just won't die. Meaning buying so much time for your ASO to just kill everything before she dies. Um, so anything that's tanky you can put on her. I even see a GA Gunblade working on her because with 5 mages, she will actually hurt, especially at 3-star. And she just, yeah, won't die. She can be also your carry. Um, so yeah, if you do get Mage chosen, and you are close to any 2 to 3-star you see in a lot of any of the shops, consider playing this. It's actually super, super strong. Okay? Like I said, this is just core, the rest is just our front line. You don't need more damage. This, with the Annie, is more than enough damage, trust me. Okay, the rest is just meat shields. Vanguards, you can put 4 Vanguards, you can put 2 Legendaries, whatever you hit. Hail! So, yeah, so she got nerfed, but she's still really, really, really good. The only reason I don't put her higher in the tier is because 2 Divine. Usually with this comp, you have the 2 to 4 Divine early game, and you just win streak with that just because it was really, really strong. But it got nerfed as well, so the early game is not as smooth. But I mean, if you get those items on KL with those units, you're good to go. Like, it's totally fine. Um, of course, instead of the Swain here, if you can have maybe the Zaya, and potentially if you higher roll out of your mind, I think Executioner chosen, like, this is most likely a first. Unless you position bad your kill, this is most like for the event for Executioner is like one of the strongest comp in it. Yeah, especially more attack speed with Spirit and Mystic. If you can have even a Chalice here and or maybe even better. Uh, yeah, this is just super super strong. Do not sleep on KL. She's still really really good. Rollers. So this needs to be tested a little more. But A bars got nerfed pretty hard. In the sense that you lost HP and AD, and Shivina got nerfed. It's probably not that worth to go for 8 brawlers anymore. I would just stay at 6. You still get 40 AD and 1000 health, which is quite huge. But instead, you add Dragon Soul and Elderwood, which is what you would have had on level 7 before going to 8 brawlers. Level 8 actually. But yeah, so the items for the Shivana are the same, right? You just want your Renant and a sword item, GA, a Death Blade, Giant Slayer, everything is fine. And potentially a QSS is great so she doesn't get stuck on something. I would just put Death Blade for now, but any sword item is great. Moelo, I really like it on the Shoggoth, and any great AP item here like that, Rap, Blade, whatever rod items. Of course, this is just 2 Dragon Swords, but if you can find Olaf slash Swain, much better. Okay, this is just before 1.5. But yeah, also you can have another Elderwood here. This can be Rakan, Xayah. I prefer Rakan just because of the CC, because I don't think you need more damage with this Shyvana 3-star, the set like this. You don't need more. I just need to have enough time to do that. So yeah, win condition is still Shyvana 3. At the same time, you can go for Noon and have the tanky items as well. Some all items is better in the late game to have a Rakan. And 2 Dragon Soul. Swain, Olaf, whatever you hit. But yeah. Okay. So I will soon have a guide on this comp. Unfortunately, right now I'm not gonna do anything with it. And do not play this. I repeat, do not play this. Uh, and you guys might be like, okay, then why are you talking about it? Because Talon has a bug. And once the bug is fixed, this comp should be at the top of A tier, if not S tier. It's so strong. The only problem with this comp right now is Talon is bugged. So when it does ult, it just doesn't jump. It just stays in place. So it kills the unit, and when it doesn't jump, doesn't move. It's just stuck there. Um, so for now, until this is hot fixed, do not play this comp. But when this is fixed, go for it. Really, really strong. I'm gonna have an entire guide incoming on this comp. Again, this is without any chosen. This is really flexible. Where we talk with an expert on that comp. Actually, is when if you hear this, that's you. Little shout out. He will talk about positioning and everything about this comp. He knows this comp way more than me, and it will give you everyone here someone how to play. But we both agree that GA and the Moira Morgana are the two core items. Anything else is just a plus. And the actual star of the comp is Morgana, not Talon. Um, and basically the reason of that is Morgana will just have everybody so low with the Morello that Talon is just basically just finishing everybody off. That's his job. But the most damage will come from the Morgana. Yeah. Once this is fixed, I will let you know guys on my Discord, and you just go. You can go 20/20 Talon. It's so strong and not contested as of. But that is it for this, I guess, meta report for 11.4. Let me know if you guys have any questions in the comments on Discord. I will see you guys next